Do you struggle with time management and never seem to have enough time and you're just feeling overwhelmed and anxious? Well, today I'm going to show you how to balance structure and flexibility so that you can have a nice flowing intentional schedule. And I'm also going to talk to you about what needs to change on the inside to help facilitate that bigger change. So let's get started. First, let's look at structure and flexibility. There are people who have way too much structure and then others who have way too much flexibility. Both are great, but in a balanced place. Structure is great because it gives you focus, intention, you know what you're doing, and you're really driven. But if you have too much, it can be very stressful because then life happens and there's no room for flexibility and change. Then on the flip side, if you have flexibility, well, it allows you to adapt, be open to other people. But again, if there's too much, then you don't have clarity on what you're doing, and people tend to procrastinate a lot more if they have no structure. If they have too much flexibility. So what to do? Start considering in your life, where do you have too much structure and where do you have too much flexibility? I love having anchors as a way to kind of create structure in your day, morning, afternoon, and evening routines, then filling blocks in between of intentional time, and then even filling in blocks of flexible time because life happens and things usually take longer than you think. When creating change, the other thing to think about is what are the technical aspects, maybe the skills that you need to learn, and what are the emotional things going on the inside that are preventing the change from happening. So on a technical aspect, around time, what are your time wasters? Are you on social media too much? Your phone? Are you procrastinating? What is it that you're doing that's pulling you away from the present moment? And what are you doing for other people maybe that's getting in the way of you being able to do the things you need to do? On an emotional level, do you find yourself feeling anxious, procrastinating, getting stuck in freeze mode? Maybe fear is really driving you from doing the things that you want to do. Remember, if we don't change what's going on the inside, we're not going to see change on the outside. You can definitely create change on your outer world. I love helping people declutter their spaces first because it really is a mirror reflection and helps shine the light on what's going on the inside. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. But if you don't take that time to look on the inside as well, you're not going to see the change. The other aspect of change that's important to consider when you really want to get intentional with your time and be more efficient is to think about what are your beliefs, what are your thoughts that you're telling yourself around how you spend your time. Are you saying things like, I can't do this, it's too much, I have to work so hard to get what I want? Why do other people have it easier than I do? By doing that, you're playing a victim, you're being a victim to your situation. Instead of using empowering words like, I can do this, it is done, I am certain, I am learning to, I'm excited to see how I can. Perhaps I can approach this situation differently and it will allow me. I'm going to let go and allow this to happen. By shifting your words and your inner dialogue, you would be amazed at how things start shifting around in your life. So now it's time to take this information and actually put it into a plan. And the first step is to really get clear on how you want to be spending your time. So think about what's important to you. What are your values that are important to you? And make a list. Check out the description below and you can get a free PDF and actually be able to fill all this out on your own. And so going back to that first step, connect. You're going to connect with yourself and see what's important and come up with 3 themes around time that you really want to start integrating into your life. Then the second step is create. What do you want to create? How do you want to be spending your time? And come up with 3 main goals. So maybe your connect things were community, self-care, and fun. Now make up 3 goals. What does that actually look like? Community means maybe volunteering once a week. Self-care maybe is having a morning and evening routine and doing things on your own. And then fun, joining 2 activities. But you can't do that if you're all over the place with your time and you're not committing. So that's where step 3 comes in. What do you need to release and replace? Okay, so we talked about the technical things. Are you wasting time on your phone? Is fear getting in the way? What are you telling yourself? What are you going to release in that aspect? And what are you going to replace it with? What thoughts and beliefs are you going to replace it with? How are you going to release these very resistant type emotions that prevent you from moving forward? Check out my EFT tapping videos. There's definitely some on anxiety that can help release it. And lastly, what are the things you need to learn? Do you need to have a different agenda? Do you need to have some skills around how to manage your time and keep track? Do you need to use a timer? So those are the things that you would then replace and integrate. Then step 4 is reorganize and recalibrate. So now you're going to look at your schedule, you're going to map it all out, organize your time based on those 3 main goals, and then you're going to think about how can you recalibrate on a regular basis so that you're staying present and connected to your intentions and goals. So that's where your morning, midday, and evening routines come in handy. And then step 5, your rhythm. What are you going to do if you get out of flow, right? You have those daily routines to help you stay in your rhythm. And then what are you going to do if you kind of get out of sorts? Maybe you get anxious, maybe you get into a bad habit again. How can you reconnect with yourself in the present moment and get back on your path to your intentions, values, and goals? So to recap, if you want to change your time and how you're spending your time, you need to 1, balance structure and flexibility. 2, look at the technical things that you need to address and the habits and routines that are getting in the way. Look at the emotional barriers that are getting in the way. And lastly, 3, look at the beliefs and thoughts that you have that are stopping you from achieving what you want. I'm Tanya. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on how to get your life in order.